YOLO, I've got a question. Can you hear me now? Good. Because today we're going to be looking at two different telecommunication companies. These are two massive phone and internet providers. They've been around for a while, and we're going to be pitting them head to head today to see which one is coming out on top as the telecommunication titan. In one corner we have Verizon Wireless, and its competitor, none other than AT&T. And as always, this is not financial advice. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. And we will have some of my most recent Dead by Daylight gameplay in the background. But without further ado, because I don't, let's get into it. Starting off today with AT&T. Ticker symbol, T. Currently sitting at about $28.74 a share. They have been in the game for quite some time. Their founder was none other than Alexander Graham Bell, the inventor of the telephone. He created the company that would then be called AT&T back in 1877. So when it comes to longevity, they've kind of been crushing it. In the early 1980s, they were the largest company in the world by revenue, controlling nearly the entire US telephone system. The government realized they had a bit of a monopoly and then broke them up into smaller parts, because if your business gets too big, then the government steps in. All of these things, and many others, have contributed to their quarterly dividend of 27.75, or roughly 28 cents per share with a little bit of rounding, paid out quarterly. 28 cents per share paid quarterly is really good when you factor in the fact that the share price is just a little over $28. It means you're getting a lot more bang for your buck. But let's not count Verizon out just yet, because they're next on the list. And now on to Verizon Wireless. Ticker symbol VZ. Currently sitting at $44.23. They have been absolutely crushing it. They were actually the first in the United States to bring about the 5G network. Means they had a head start over all the competition because they were on the 5G operating system before anyone else was. And usually the first to adopt a new technology gets a huge head start for a limited period of time. On top of that, they have the largest wireless subscriber base in America at over 100 million wireless subscribers. And a brief reminder, our US population is only 300-something million, so roughly 1/3 of Americans use Verizon Wireless. And fun fact about Verizon Wireless, their name, Verizon, is actually a combination of two different words. The first being veritas, which is Latin for truth, and the second being horizon. So in terms of share price, Verizon Wireless is leading. And in terms of dividends, Verizon Wireless also is crushing it. But let's not count AT&T out just yet, because we're going to run a little hypothetical here. We're going to see what a $10,000 investment 20 years ago in each of these companies with dividends reinvested would be worth today to determine our ultimate telecommunication titan. So, since we were just talking about Verizon Wireless, we'll start with them. $10,000 invested 20 years ago with all dividends reinvested would be worth $44,256 today. More than 4 times your initial investment. That's a very nice return on your money for investing in something that is far safer than meme coins or NFTs. A slow and steady kind of mindset to investing. Companies that aren't too flashy but will be there for the long run. But now let's go ahead and switch gears and give AT&T their chance. Same setup. $10,000 investment 20 years ago with all dividends reinvested would be worth $66,206 today. That's more than 6 times your initial investment, beating out Verizon's total return. Now, I used to own stock in AT&T myself when I was first getting into investing, but they had a dividend cut, and that was the first dividend cut I ever experienced, so I panicked and sold, rather than looking at the long run and the big picture. If I could go back then with what I knew now, I wouldn't have sold. I would have bought more during the dip and held it for the long run, because this company is definitely a long run buy and hold. But I would say, as far as who is the better company, who wins ultimately, it really depends on what your personal investing style is. Are you looking for more long-term growth? Say you're a younger guy, you have longer to put your money in and let it grow, then AT&T is more your choice. Or maybe you're a little bit on the older side, you don't have as long to let it grow, or you just need a larger amount of payments now. In that case, Verizon Wireless is more of what you're looking for. So, I'd say it's kind of a tie, depending on personal preferences of the investor. So you'll have to let me know in the comments below which one you think is better overall. Also, let me know if you have either of these stocks in your portfolio and how they've been doing for you. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the flip side.